Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y&R American TV show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Friday, November 1's Young and the Restless spoilers forestate that Kyle Abbott will find himself pulled to Summer Newman, who will surely be suffering from Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s difficult legal circumstances. Naturally, it gets much more difficult for Summer after Chance Chancellor detained Daniel. Although Chance had no option, that's still a tough layer to all this. Summer should be feeling somewhat overwhelmed and concerned about Daniel as well as Lucy Romalotti on Friday's Y&R episode. Though Kyle may not be a couple with Summer anymore, he still loves and wants to show sympathy, especially given Heather Stevens' terrible death caused all the turmoil. Summer's family has had a difficult period. Kyle will console her and perhaps even lead her into a cozy hug. All the same, Claire Newman will find an unexpected revelation upon entering on Kyle and Summer's intimate moment. Although Claire may be glad to see the exes getting along for Harrison Abbott's sake, she could also worry that this marks a turning point for Summer and Kyle. Kyle and Summer have a history of finding their way back to one another, so that could be a concern that creeps in for Claire once she interferes. Over with Victoria Newman, she will confess to Cole Howard. That could involve some worries regarding Billy Abbott as he's going up against Victor Newman and Adam Newman. Plus, Billy is suffering with a lot emotionally after losing Chelsea Lawson, so Victoria would stress to Cole about the effect all this could have on Johnny Abbott and Katie Abbott. Then again, Victoria might fret over Claire instead. Claire lacks experience with actual relationships, hence Victoria could express worries about Kyle breaking her heart at last. Finally, Daniel will take control in some way on Friday's show, so we'll see if it means proving his innocence, handling Phyllis Summers, or possibly preparing Heather's burial. Regardless, our projections point to Daniel placing all his effort behind a task as the week wraps down. The Young and the Restless spoilers claim Daniel will have more turmoil to cope with owing to Sharon Newman and her frame-up, so we'll send along updates on all the surprising news ahead. The Young and the Restless recap for Thursday, October 31, reveals that Lily Winters will be on a video conversation with Jill Abbott. However, Jill won't be willing to fire Billy Abbott and reinstate Lily as Abbott Chancellor's CEO. Jill will want to give Billy a chance to turn things around, and will make it obvious that she'd love to see Lily and Billy work as a team. Lily won't be on board with that idea and will highlight the necessity for fast action with Victor Newman coming after the corporation. In the park, Devin Hamilton Winters and Abby Newman Abbott will discuss the latest Victor drama as Dominic Newman Abbott Winters Chancellor checks out his Halloween candy stockpile. Once Lily walks in and pulls Devin away, she'll deliver updates on Jill not letting her recover the crown. Devin will argue Lily belongs at Winters instead, so she'll lash out at him sounding like Victor. Since Lily won't trust herself not to blow angry at Victor and Nikki Newman, she'll threaten to skip Devin and Abby's wedding. Devin will confess that would hurt his heart, but Lily won't be able to make any guarantees just now. Tessa Porter and Maria Copeland will also bring Aria Porter Copeland to the park dressed as a fairy princess, so they'll end up asking where Sharon Newman is on this particular day. At the cottage, Heather Stevens will emerge in Sharon's mind looking all horrible. That'll give Heather a chance to berate Sharon for causing her demise and framing Daniel Romalotti Jr. And remorseful Sharon will try to explain, but Heather will rave about Lucy Romalotti and the problems Sharon's produced for her. Although Sharon will push Heather to go away, Heather will promise to haunt her every day and hour instead. Sharon will ultimately toss something at Heather to silence her, but she'll still appear uncomfortable once Heather vanishes. In the car, Heather will sit in the backseat and continue to haunt Sharon by suggesting she'll never be safe. As Sharon drives, Heather, will warn her that they'll be together forever. Back in the park on Thursday's Y&R episode, Sharon will return to greet Arya, Maria and Tessa. As Sharon hugs Arya, her eyes will go wide at Heather, coming up again nearby. At Crimson Lights, Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra will spot Chelsea Lawson, Adam Newman and Connor Newman laughing on Billy to explore the thought that maybe everything worked out for the best as Adam and Chelsea look happy with Connor, who'll be dressed as a doctor for Halloween. However, there will be an unsettling encounter soon after. Victoria Newman will watch the discomfort unfolding among Chelsea, Billy, Adam and Sally once she brings Johnny Abbott over in his punk rocker outfit. While Connor and Johnny are on the patio checking out a video game, Billy will lead Sally to the door and ask her to meet up for a drink later. Chelsea will also head upstairs under the premise of grabbing something she forgot for Connor. Billy and Adam will clash once they're on there alone with Victoria, who will push them to be courteous. In a moment alone with Billy, Victoria will confront him about the increased tension, so he'll corroborate the news that Sally and Adam had broken up too. Billy will disclose that Adam slept with Chelsea in Baltimore and that they covered it up for weeks until Chelsea eventually cracked. Victoria will express condolences, but Billy will recall Sally's notion about maybe it being fate for Adam and Chelsea to rejoin. Chelsea will eavesdrop, so she'll hear Billy suggest that perhaps she's meant to be with Adam, whether she's willing to admit it or not. At the GCC, Adam will run into Sally, who'll also play up this concept that he's supposed to be with Chelsea. On some way, Sally will think Chelsea knows it too. Despite how things went down, Sally would claim that she sincerely hopes the best for Adam, Chelsea, and their family. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest Chelsea and Adam will have a lot to think about in the following weeks, so we'll bring you more predictions on their family's future. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Audra Charles could be harboring some secrets that fans aren't privy to just yet. Back in 2022, Audra made a confession to Noah Newman that undoubtedly raised viewers' concerns. At the time, Audra told Noah that during the end of their relationship, when things got ugly, she found out she was pregnant. Since Audra didn't want it to look like emotional blackmail, she stayed quiet and was expecting to inform Noah once their relationship was in a better place. Instead, Audra apparently miscarried and went through that horrible ordeal alone. However, we have to consider the possibility that Audra lied about that miscarriage and gave the baby up for adoption, or perhaps turned the infant over to a family member to raise. That's especially true based on a new indication in Y&R's October 30 episode. Nate Hastings felt it was hard to picture Amy Lewis letting all those years go by without ever telling Nathan Hastings Sr. he had a son. Audra appeared uneasy as she told Nate not to judge Amy on that. It looked like Audra was speaking from personal experience when she noted there were a lot of reasons why Amy might have felt the need to keep the news a secret. Audra even hesitated a bit as she spoke to Nate, so we definitely received some uneasy emotions, like maybe she was holding back a secret of her own. If true, that might tie in with this notion that possibly Audra didn't genuinely miscarry Noah's kid. Perhaps that child existed and is still out there someplace growing up, without Audra and Noah. It could prepare the path for the truth to come out and blow things up down the road. Of course, it's also conceivable Audra had a hidden kid with someone else once upon a time. No one can rule anything out, as fans honestly don't know many information when it comes to Audra's history. Whatever the case, Audra's secret child angle is an interesting notion to explore, one that may affect numerous lives if the show decides to continue this plot. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate Audra could drop some curveballs eventually, so we'll bring you more predictions on her future and pass along any unexpected revelations to come. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.